Hello, welcome back to another playthrough of Age of Wonders 4, specifically the DLC Giant Kings, or the map provided with that. I always forget how to do this. Is it settings, open menu, realm overview? So real quick, we're doing the Merida realm. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. It's the one that comes with the DLC. It's on the continent, Lingering Creators, Crystal Dwelling, Legends of Merida, low population, subdued infestation, so there's not a lot of them. However, they now allow 8 slots for miscellaneous stuff. So I have also added regenerating infestations, just because it's my favorite. Other than that, large, 6. Oh. That's weird. I set it to hard difficulty. But starting conditions are hard, but AI difficulty is normal? Is that how it works now? I feel like something got screwed up. Hold on. So, you may notice... I'm going to load up this game. This is technically the original game that we used for faction creation. However, I screwed up. I accidentally forgot. So this giant is a defender. I wanted it to be a warrior. So I had to remake everything. So now the one we'll be using, the giant, will be a warrior. Everything else is exactly the same. The other thing is, like, I grabbed Inner Lightning because I was like, I don't know, I never use it, let's try it. I was like, that's stupid. So I assigned my 6 least used form things. Right? Inner Lightning. Oh, we are starting with excavation. Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Because a light-footed, like, Cheerful is one I don't use a lot. Light-footed I've used a few times, so it's not bad. Sort of thing, so... Oh, unit is immune to bleeding? Okay, it's just our... Interesting. Anyways. So Cheerful and Lightfoot, and then I was like, I panicked. I was like, I don't know, Inner Lightning, sure. And so I went back and I added there's Inner Lightning, Inner Fire, Inner something. Like there's 4 of those, and I picked 2 others. I think I don't remember. I assigned each one to a number 1 through 6. I rolled a d6. I got Inner Lightning anyways. So even in the new one, we'll be going through that. But I just want a realm overview. No, okay, so I screwed up again. Well, this time I'm not going to restart, but we should win this game fairly easily. I don't know why I did the exact same setup, so I don't know why this one's hard. But this one... Wrong button. I don't know why this one is map hard, AI normal. I didn't do it like I just select game hard. It's the exact same setup process, so I must have misclicked something, but we're going to go with this anyways. I don't want to restart a 3rd time, and just understand that if I lose this game... It is completely my fault, and I have like, normally, I'm up to the point now I can usually beat this game on hard, not normal hard. But we'll see. We are also playing the Lost Dwarven Craters. I meant to spell crafters. Well, bollocks. So yeah, again, light-footed, Inner Lightning, Cheerful. I chose Primal Tunneling Spider because I thought it would be hilarious, and my standard, like, I feel it's probably one of the most powerful combinations in the game. Talented collectors and runesmiths. On top of that, We are also, if I go to, I can't show the Empire Development, show Tome Library. We are going to major in Materium with minors in both nature and lightning. And again, I feel that is probably one of the most powerful combinations in the game. I'm not saying the most powerful. Very strong combination. And the idea is we go to Materium Tomes. I chose Tome of Enchantment Tier 1, but probably not going to use the Copper Golem. There's no reason not to. But we're definitely not going to use Purging Arrows. I do have a ranged unit. I do? Are you ranged? You're ranged. So our scouts are ranged. Okay. And we can excavate immediately. So we're going to go ahead and start on that. We're going to start producing a spirit tracker. And let's see, wood carvers. Oh, food production and draft. And it's boosted by a forester. So I think we're going to start with this. I know this is 10 food, which is a lot of food. But this is our first production building, and I think we're going to go with that. So we need a forester. So we're out of money. Tome-wise, so Materium, I got distracted. So we grab Tome of Enchantment, and then the new tomes are Tomes of the Dungeon Depths. Build a grand dungeon underground filled with structures that will enrich you and protect it with eternal clay, soldiers, and traps. So we get the Dungeoneering Conclave, which gives a ton of production, and it counts as a research outpost. We get the Clay Forge, which is production and draft, and allows us to build clay automatons. We get the Underground Vault, which is a ton of gold and generates binding essence. Did not know that. Wow. And the Silent Barracks, which is fortification health, city stability, and okay, counts as a quarry and has that. Okay. So we're doing good there. We get Dungeon Hazard, which is a spell. So it's either going to slow armies down or slow armies and do 15 to 30 damage. And Raiders of the Deep. So while we already have Cave Walk. So we get Cave Walk. While underground, we become harder to kill. While above ground, we do more damage. So neat. And then the other goal at tier 3 is the Tome of Geomancy. So we get the Hall, become attuned to the ley energies beneath you, and use them to change the damage and resistances of your armies based on where they stand. Not sure I'm sold on that, but it sounds neat. Hall, a geomantic residence. So depending on what our city core location is, we will get food, production, gold, or mana. In our case, food or production. Geomantic crystallization will become elementals. We get resistances based on what we're standing on, and more damage based on what we're resisting. We get the Geomancer, which is an adaptable barrier, so it shoots Terrabolts, which cause bleeding. Not sure I approve of that. And Geosurge, and causes bleeding. Oh, according to the terrain, so it's probably underground. Okay. Resonant Blades. So based on the terrain we're on, our weapons, melee attacks will apply a negative status effect, and we get Summon Elemental. So all these, mostly useful. I'm not sure exactly how Geomancers would work. But because... we're going to start with Sundering Blades. I think that is the first one. So, those are the new tomes. And the focus will be... at tier 1, we will go enchantment and then evocation for the lightning. I mean, the Evoker's nice, but we don't necessarily need it, but it's interesting to have. And then at tier 2, I think we grab the Tome of Fertility. Because being a rock giant gives us bonus production. The spider gives us bonus research. So we're going to struggle with mana. But we're also going to struggle with food. And if we check out Restore Land, it replaces Chasm, Swamp Snow, right? Ice, Ashlands, Sand, and Gloom. It does not replace Dungeon, nor does it replace Forest. So I think between the Spider, the Restore Land, and our Giant, we can get interesting combinations on Terraform. And then after that, I'm not sure. I think we definitely want Tome of Cycles. Maybe Tome of Vigor, but for tier 3. We definitely want Geomancy. And then after that, I am not sure. I don't know if we'll do a Tome 5. I mean, there is something. Oh, that's new. About Going Great Foundry and Tome of the Creator? Oh, okay, so this is a unit enchantment. Not a transformation. Just because we're going that whole giant forging creation thing. I'm just not used to using it. But we might not, because that, as far as crafting things, construct works, like artificing is such a good one. Between fortification, siege magic, bolt repeaters, and armaments. And we're gonna have a high morale. So there's something about snagging that at tier 2 as well. You know, there's options, and we'll see where we go. But at the very least, like, our 6 core ones are enchantment, evocation, dungeoneering, geomancy. I think I just showed off fertility, and then maybe, right? Fertility is tier 3. Right? No, tier 2. And then, Tome of Cycles. And then I was thinking amplification. Astral Blood, Chain Lightning, but Frenzying Focus. And Amplify Minds. Because we'll theoretically have a lot of stability. And then that's it. I don't think there's any other. Like scrying doesn't hurt because of this, but I think amplification's more important. So like, there's like 2 or 3 tomes in Astral and Nature, like, we can eyeball, but a lot of it's going to be pure Materium, I think. So we're going to start Sundering Blades. Now, being a spider... Okay, there's a farm. I think we have to grab the Forester first, and then a farm. In that order. We have... Okay, so something to keep in mind is because we are a spider, so normally tier 1 gets us 2. Because we're a spider, we actually have 3. And if we go nature, if for some reason we would have 5. And then tier 2, 6, and tier 3, right, is 7. So we're going to have a lot of space that we can picture. We're not going to take all of them, but we have a lot of space to actually cover. So, and we're going to need mana because we chose a giant, right? That gives us Summon Rock Steely. On target, which will appear on an empty hex. Terraform surrounding provinces every turn. And it grants stalagmites if in the underground. And I don't think stalagmites replace anything. So we're going to have to do a little bit of experimentation. But for every stalagmite we have, we get bonus production. For every... For every mushroom forest we have, we get bonus knowledge. And for every fungus field we'll have, we'll get a bonus for that as well, eventually, in the future. So, there is quite a bit of, like, overlap in dealing with things that we can deal with. So, the Giant Kings are giants. They are the newest leader form. So before we had Wizard Kings and Heroes, and then they added Dragons, and then things that were not meant to be, and now Giants. They're all about crafting and that sort of thing. And I think, yeah, we start with an item forge. Now they've changed the forge. So now you need both Binding Essence for tier 1, 2, and 3 items. But if you want, no, it's 1 and 2. Tier 1 and 2 items only require Binding Essence. 3, 4, and 5 require Binding Essence and Binding Fragments. So that way you can't... Hello, Zaratois. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. That way you can't do what I would often do in, like, very early game. I would be crafting tier 4 items. It's a way to slow things down. I understand that. The interesting thing about the giants is, if we go to this skill tree, so warriors, signature skills, they get runes. Giant Kings, he's going to hurl boulders. He can summon an animated sword, but he gets bonuses for crafting. So this gives us more Binding Essence and Fragments. We can gain damage on it, like runes to add. 20 hit points is good. Like, I would take 20 hit points over status resistance every day. Can we lock this in? Command Rock. All non-hero units have to plus 10 damage, or summon, okay, which deal 30 pushback units on those hexes. Interesting. I'm not sure I like the Conjure Stone Wall part, but plus 20 hit points is huge. And then Forge Master, which gives us, means they can craft up to tier 5 items. And that's what we're going to go for. It does mean, right, so there's 4, we still only get 20 points. So there's 4 there, we're going down the warrior route. We get signature skills. Their signature skills are, I think I'll have to wait, but they're runes, and they work similar to dragons, but not quite. We'll get over that when we get our first level 4. So it's an interesting little, okay, thing about creation. So, like, you can do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose I'd be happy with just 5 points in here. Right? 5 gets us to here. Then we have to take 6. 7, 8, 9. Plus 4. is 13. That only leaves us 7 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can get everything. You're very tight. Right? On how many... If you want to get all of the Giant King stuff, it's very tight on exactly how many warriors, like how many skills you can take based on your class. So that is something to keep in mind. But I think that can work. Yeah, I think 1, 2, going down this route, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 8, yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, we'll say 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It is exactly enough, because these are all bonuses. I view them as bonus skill points. You don't have to use them, like potentially you could take the bonus skill points and put it into something over here if you really wanted. But yeah, we're gonna get picky, and we'll go from there. Now we are dwarves, and in my idea for playing through this is that every 25 turns or so, we'll make them go from primal to a little bit more like better, like metal armor. That so like they're going from primal to like, oh, we are master crafters. Look at this really good armor. I don't know if I'll be able to do that the way I want, but we'll see. So the first thing we're gonna do is attack this Marauder Guard. The scout, we started building scout, so we'll go ahead and do this. This is the first fight of the game, so because this is the first fight of the game, I will manual combat this. So, I will say, like, I guess Stellaris has gone so long, some of the DLCs you can, like, they're hit or miss. Every DLC they have done for Age of Wonders 4 has been worth the money. And they've always improved the game. It's never been like, well, I don't agree with that. Every time it's like, no, these are great decisions they're making. So, okay, so they've got a charge, I would assume. Can I right-click, left-click? There it is. Heavy, intimidating. No! No charge! Okay. So if they don't have a charge, then I will see if I can bait them out with my giant. And we'll just move everyone else a little further forward. Disengaging shot is hilarious. We can hurl a boulder. Sure, at you. That'll slow him. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Yeah, maybe. I purposely made, like, they really make the giants giant. This is, just so you're aware, and before I forget, save game, hack, bookmark, 1. I made this giant as small as possible, and I made these dwarves as large as possible. And this is the best I could get. So we'll go ahead and end. Okay, so our units can move through each other. We're not going to do a lot of damage there. Okay, so they can get to us. They did not group up. Group up. I think we still want them to come to us, because that... I think he's gonna go here. He's gonna go... Can I rotate this? This guy's gonna go here, and this guy's gonna go here, meaning then our giant can just pound on all three of them. What spell do we have? This is a heal, so we'll hold off on that. So I think we just... everything's out of range. So they're providing defense to the giant. So if we take a look at a giant now, 7 in 3, 7 in 2, 7 and 2. So these guys are already taking, like, damage. Right, so our giant took a little damage, but now our giant, look at this. Just wrecked them. Oh, hold on. Also, we're happy. So, we get... How exactly does happy work? Left click, left click. Morale gain is increased by 50%. Don't know if that's a kill. Whereas I think this is a potential kill. So right now, our morale is neutral. It is at 0. If we kill him... We got 12, so 10 is neutral. So a 50% gain is 12. They're probably going to target the giant. I'm going to put them in defensive mode to make our giant harder to kill. Oh, wow. Now, interestingly, we're going to go ahead and pop this. We're going to step back 1, take the hits. We're not going to need to heal. We're going to step over 1 and trigger this. And look, we're back up to full health because of our spider thing. No kills. No reason to heal. Oh, interesting. Oh, you can go there. We'll point you this way. There we go. Now they have Fury of the Tunneling Spider. They're getting Fury of the Tunneling Spider. Okay. End turn. Yeah, so now they're fumbling. Our morale is improving. Every hit this guy does, he gets hit points back. It doesn't matter. Our giant is already a beast in combat. Frulo leveled up. I think our very first skill is Berserker. So we gain the hit points. Attack. Well, I think our first 5 points are going into here. And then after that, we'll fill out these. But I think getting to, when this hero makes a critical hit, heals hit points, is like super powerful. Our giant's going to be very hard to kill. Yeah. And then, okay, so we can't... Well, we should be able to take them. We'll wait there. End the turn. Now, normally, turn 2. You've led your Lost Dwarven crate, supposed to be crafters. Creators ardent followers of the Tunneling Spider to a new realm when something catches your eye. Not far from Spirit Forge, a wondrous tree pulsates with invigorating energy. Its strangely familiar energy inspires you. Even from afar, a faint chirp of the wind calls you to it. Your eyes fixed on the tree, you discern a faint apparition of immense power. Could it be? Is that the ancestral spirit of your lost dwarven freighters, the Tunneling Spider herself? Does the Tunneling Spider, whom your people intimately call Underadder, truly grace this realm? You should visit the den. I will meet her right away. I think we do this. Grab the gold. Oh, there's ice there. Head this way. I don't see a way to the surface. This could get awkward. Oh, they changed it. Normally turn 2, I would pop this. So that I could grab this. But they changed it from 40 Imperium to 45. Sneaky buggers. Forge-wise, we really can't make anything, so we're fine there. Alright, I think... Do we get... I think we can take this fight. So, I'll auto this one. If I lose anyone, I manual it. Great. I don't need the lance. I'll disenchant.
Oh.
And we'll head back in this direction so we can do our quest. And I think that's it. So, end turn. Great. We've got some gold. She's gained some renown. We're almost done the trickster. See, now it's down to 30. 2 turns? I think I would rather wait 2 turns.
Yeah.
And we'll head... Right? 2 turns drops it to 4. We grab the forest, meaning we instantly get this. And then we're going to grab a farm. We need 2 farms for that. We need 1 farm for this. So I will queue this up. And another primal darter. Because we're very low on ranged units. You're going here. You can excavate that. Oh boy. Alright, you're going here. When you arrive at Tome Spider Den, the visage of the Tome Spider lured you there has disappeared, yet you feel ensnared as if you sprung a trap you cannot see. You examine the enthralling tree and notice that its trunk. That's true. You can get 3 at once if needed. I don't think we need it. Again, I'm playing on normal, so I can usually crush normal pretty easily. I didn't mean to play on normal, but I selected hard difficulty, but it set the world map to hard, but the AI to normal. So I think maybe I misclicked something. I don't know. The promise formidable boons to the most ardent torchbearers of Underadder. God, I hate that name. Claim this territory so you may build the Tumbling Spider Temple, which invokes the power of the Tumbling Spider to slowly turn your domain into Mushroom Forest, where your lost dwarven craters thrive. Underadder's glory. Can I only change... I feel like there's a way to change appearance and possibly names. I'll have to look that up between recording sessions. Alright, so we're good there. I think, right, 1 gets us here, 2 gets us here. I might. So if I wait 2 turns, I can pop both at once. More gold, which is appreciated. Still no way to the surface, though.
Wow.
Our giants will head in this direction. We've got Sunring Blades. Select new research. Oh, Spider Pilot. I'm trying to change the... I am horrible at typing. I meant to have the race be called the Lost Dwarven Crafters, not Craters. And I thought there was a way... But that's the story, the culture, the keeper. And I thought there was a way to, like, even while playing, you could change their appearance. So the idea is that, like, every 25 turns, I'll give them slightly more, like, better armor to show them going from, like, primal primitive dwarves to, oh, look, we are master crafters. But I don't know. I'll pull that off. Alright. Oh, shit, this is our second dude. So if you're drilling that, you can head in this direction now. Alright, so yeah, next turn, well, first of all, research. I'm a fan. Given a choice between Wayfinder and Enchanted Companion, oh, it might be. I use that so rarely. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I saw it. Adjust appearance. So I can adjust their appearance. Okay, so I can't change the name of the names. You can do, like, I can change her name. Oh, and now I can change this to what I want it to be. Oh, weird. So what did I want to call this? Not the Giant Queen. The Soul Forger. Accept changes. Okay. So if that's there, if I go to him, so I think you can only do it for the hero. I don't think you can change the names of the... Well, it's not clan, it's the race. Once you start playing. But thank you for checking for that. Okay, research. Spider Primal Communion. Non-culture unit. I think I'd rather have Enchanted Crow. It's gonna take 80. So, like, we're gonna struggle with mana for a while. We've got our tracker. We've started our darter. We've got the workshop. So what'll happen is, this will pop. We'll grab the forest, and we'll grab a farm here. If I've done this correctly. That popped. We get some draft, which is useful. So if we grab... Ooh. Oh, I could grab this forest. Except I want this forest to be a conduit. So I think we grab this forest first to boost the wood carver. So now that's down to 1. Then we attract the population and grab this farm, thus giving us our resource node and the den, meaning if we so choose... Wait, why do we have 2... Oh, 1 forester. We can build this. I think our first quarry is going here or here, and our first mine is... We've got a lot of gold down here. Holy cow. Alright. I could do it again, but I'd rather save the Imperium for other things. Again, the goal of this playthrough... Yeah, okay. Okay, so I will see if I can change it outside. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll see if I can do it outside. So our goal of this playthrough is Materium with a splash of Nature and Astral. Which means that at a certain point, we're going to get this. So when this kicks in, we won't have issues with any income of any sort. We started with Excavation, which is nice. And I'm not sure, but yeah. So the reason why this is... Like, this is so powerful, that this 3-tiered combination, is it just gives you so much gold, mana, and food that you max out your cities, you're producing thousands of mana and thousands of gold, so you can just pop out armies willy-nilly. We don't care about animals, and combine it with... Is it Nature Right? Where is it? Conjuration, which we do want to get at some point. It gives us a lot of magic materials to craft pretty much whatever we want. That is the goal. We can't craft right now. Now, the interesting thing... because I need a material first, I think. Oh, no! Okay, you start with this. Okay. Now, the interesting thing with the giants is... You can craft tier 1s instantly. So there is something to be said. Okay, we're getting a lot of space, but no way Great, we got a little fighter back. You're in here. Like, I suppose if I want to... You know what? I think I will. And I'll grab this mana now. Because that'll give me more of a heal. So that we can clear out these two. You can head in this direction. You're going to clear out here. It did cost us quite a bit of Imperium. Do I go a third? I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to go a third Spirit Tracker. Yeah. And I am going to go heavy crafting. I do tend to craft a lot. I will tell you, one of my standard crafting things is a ring with wind wall. A lot of people, for some reason, people are like, oh, wind wall. How powerful really is that? A 30% lower chance for all range damage to hit you is huge. Combine that, if you can get the 60% one, and some interesting little combinations, you can, you become nearly immune to range. Your heroes become nearly immune to ranged attacks. So, it is one of my favorite combinations. We do have a spell ready to cast. We're not going to cast Copper Golem. I do want to summon this, because one of the different giants, so we are a rock giant. So, because we are a rock giant, it's not going to say it here. But for every stalactite we get in a province, we get bonus production. Ice Giant, I think, is mana. No. Storm Giant is mana, and they summon a steel that turns things, that adds something. You know what I mean? So each of there's Storm, Rock, Fire, and Ice. And each one has a rune they can summon that terraforms a province. And each province gets a bonus. But we want to crank that production. Because production can be turned into gold. I think we're going to wait so we get a heal. Because I think we're going to need the heal here. Road. This is all road. If I zoom in, you can tell. See, you can see the train tracks. And let's see. Dropping off the road. Maybe. That might be true. We will find out. Alright, go ahead, uncover that. We are in the lower right corner. Alright, my friend, you are following. Good call. Alright. So this goes to the surface. Okay. Got our heal. So I think you are on Arcanium Ore. And this is going to be a very early grab. So it's literally going to be a quarry here. Research here. Mine here to start with. And then I like to try to grab one of everything for the first 5 growths. And then I like to get 3 quarries, 3 forests, 3 farms before I even start considering specialty buildings. But that's me personally. I have a very weird style where, like, early game, like, I can compete. Late game, I become unstoppable. Whereas people like the developers and Potato McWhiskey, they're very strong. Like, I think hold them off. But the way they play irks me, because by late game, it's like, listen, we now have 5 turns to win this, or we're gonna lose. So it could be just the way I play. So I think we're gonna take these guys out first. And again, if I lose anyone, I will fight it. There is a tier 3. Ooh. We took more damage than I would like. I think I am going to retry this. That's still a lot of damage. And I don't want to take the turn. So I'm guessing most of it came from you. There's no charging units.
Yeah.
If we move you up here, throw the rock at you. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there. Make sure they're all facing forward. Yeah. Yeah, they look like they're facing forward. Yeah, alright, and we'll just end the turn. And I forgot to save the tactical. Oh no! So I'm immobilized. So they can't move forward. But oh, they can. She can pick me apart.
Yeah.
So this heals, but it does not. I think I give them one more turn. Oh, I didn't see the falling rocks. Alright, so now we'll take this shot. So they purposely step far enough away. But now I've got the Fury. We'll take this shot. You step forward. Get the kill. This is how much? This is 5. Well, there's 30. There's 15. I think we give you the 15 so you can get some hits off of you without losing too much damage. And this refreshes when? Not next turn, but the turn after. Oh, bastards. Oh, I didn't think of that. Alright. So Giant's going up here to wail on you. Okay. So that was the issue. I kind of did the same mistake. Just with a different unit. Oh, they're immobilized, but you can't move. I will heal just in case they do an attack. Okay, yeah. Alright. So I'm pretty sure I made the same mistake. There we go. There's the kill. Nice and easy. Alright, so yeah, as opposed to him taking most of the damage, the range unit took the damage. Alright, Runner's Shoes. That I will keep. Yeah, it's slightly less. And we can step back and heal. So I'm going to throw the shoes onto you. And again, I think getting to here is super important. So we'll go ahead and do that. We don't have arrows. Spell-tempered shields could be useful. But so could the awakened tools. But I think we're going to do spell-tempered shields. New skill available. So we're not going to found a city. We're not absorbing a city. Outpost is pretty much a grab. So we'll do that. Before we go to the surface, I will see what's down here. Yeah. Yeah, production draft. I think we got one more research. Does it? There's. So if this pops up again, then I'll take it, and I might shuffle to get there. So now to produce, I think this can't be boosted. Yeah, so you can have fungus fields and mushroom forest on a single thing. Okay, and the thing is every forest is gonna give us... I think we wait till more. Alright, so let's think about this. The next thing we're probably gonna grab is a quarry. So what is boosted by a quarry? We need 2 for the blacksmith. Alright. Oh yeah, we'll do storehouse. Faster growth is never a bad thing. Otherwise you're good. End turn. Ah, small monster den. Duly noted. Alright. You pop this.
No?
You've got your heal. 2 2s. I think we could take it with what we have. You're poking your nose down here. Alright. So yeah, mana. We'll see what this is. Okay. An iron deposit. See, these are stalagmites. I have the mana. I think, as much as I want to try out this rune steel, I think Sundering Blades is more important, as is Enchanted Crow. So we'll get that rolling. We'll poke our nose. Now that we've seen that, we'll head up. So we've got this little zone here for us. Now the rough thing with the spider is this only appears underground. We have our third one. So the question is, do we punch a hole this way or this way? I guess we go up.
Come on.
I'm gonna wait one more turn. I want to go in at full health. I don't have... I suppose we can always move the Primal Darter to somewhere else. Once we get... Yes, I know. Once we get some sort of support unit. My ideal army is usually 3 melee, 2 ranged, be it magic or arrows, 1 support unit. Punch this. You're coming up to the surface.
A lava province. You can annex lava provinces to...
I could. And I can replace those eventually. Ooh. We want to see what that is. Now, grabbing an ocean thing is an interesting idea. Wait, what? Lower right. Okay, still lower right. Swear to God, I thought that was the lower left. Okay, so now that we've got our heal, let's wipe you out. Again, if I lose anyone, I feel like I've taken a little too... Yeah, perfect. Fine, we'll take that. Ooh, 66 production. So we'll grab the library. You're excavating that. Your orders are required. Poke our nose up here. You're in a production stash. Alright. So you're underground exploring. Don't normally do this. I think we're going to go a 4th spirit tracker. So now we have spell tempered shields. And now I will grab awakened tools.
Yeah.
You're fine. So you can start making your way to wipe out both of these. In 2 turns will grow. Yeah, I think grabbing a quarry and or a mine... Well, no, the quarry would boost the shrine, which is pretty important for us because we are struggling. So yeah, I think quarry, research outpost, mine is what we're going with. And then we'll just expand. And we'll go ahead and enchant Sundering Blades. And we'll hold off. We'll wipe you out. Again. I mean, it's a little extra damage. Take it. Resistant plate. I will take that reward. We can always shred it later. Definitely taking the mana. Shields. Actually, we're going to have a lot of units. We'll do that. Wait a turn. This area is excavated. Alright, you can head up as well. You're headed to here. Pop that. Oh, there's something there. Okay, one more turn. Imperium-wise. And we'll grab this now, even though I'm not founding an outpost yet. How many turns do we get a new hero? 2 turns. Alright, I want to save the gold for a second hero. And I think that second hero will be down here, finding a spot for a... Again, I know for a fact there's another one of these spider things down here somewhere. Hopefully that's it, and we can grab it. It's acquired. You're going to here. Yeah, so grabbing... Oh, there's an umbral nest on the surface. Oh, a forbidden shrine. Okay. I mean, still grabbing at least one city on the surface. Not the worst idea. Yep, we'll wipe that out next turn. I like to have 3 cities by turn 30. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that up. Ah, shit. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna pull back to here. I'm gonna hope these guys come here. You've grown, and I said a quarry here. So now the shrine is boosted and the town hall is boosted. So we'll get that going. Still can only have 1 hero. We excavated a path. I don't know what that swirly bit means. I also don't like the ice. Alright. And... yeah, get our second tracker, and we'll start making another army after this. So after this... well, I need to save the gold, so we'll hold off. Actually, hold on. You will start exploring down here, I think. Try to avoid the umbral nest? Yeah. On lava, which is a bit weird. Alright, we're trying to bait the what popped there. Alright. That's going fine. We'll get the mana. That's 6 turns. Don't need to rush anything. We'll go ahead and enchant to increase our vision range. So now we can see... I don't know what this is. Why is that glowing swirly? That better not be this. That's what I'm afraid of. Is that the swirly means this is a buried tunneling spider den. I think, can I? So I think we have to carve this out to see what this is. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.